In this video, we're going to crochet a small heart. You might even call them tiny hearts. You'll be amazed how quick and easy they are. So you're going to need some yarn and a crochet hook, any size you like. I'm using some double knitting yarn and a 5mm hook. You're going to start with a magic ring. If you don't know what one is, you're just going to make a ring of yarn, but make sure you've got 2 layers of yarn over most of it. And then hook some yarn through so you've got a little loop. I hope you can see that there. And then you need to chain 2 stitches. This is just to give you some height at the top of your heart. And then you're going to double treble crochet 3 stitches. So wrap your yarn round twice, through your magic ring, hook some yarn through, round the hook and through 2 stitches, round the hook and through another 2 stitches, and round the hook and through the last 2 stitches. And that's a double treble. Now you're going to do 3 of those in total, which I'm sure you realise is forming the top side of your heart. So you're going to do this to one side and then we're going to work back up the other. So 1 more of those double trebles to go. And now we're going to do 2 trebles. So that's where you wrap your yarn around your hook through your magic ring and hook the yarn through. Yarn round and through 2 loops, yarn round and through 2 loops again. So you're going to repeat that for another treble. And then we're going to do 5 half trebles. So it's yarn round through the hoop and hook the yarn through, but this time you take your hook through all 3 loops in one go. So you need to do 5 of those. And you'll see we're getting down towards the bottom of our heart now. So just keep going till you've got all 5. And then once you're at the bottom, we're going to do 1 double treble, just to make it nice and long at the bottom. You can see you've got half your heart there. So we're back to twice round before we go through the magic ring. And that double treble crochet is just going to form the bottom of your heart. So you can see that shape is coming there. And then we're going to repeat all that in the opposite direction. So we're going to do 5 half treble crochets. So that's 2 and 3, 4, 1 more, and then you're going to need 2 trebles, because obviously we're doing an exact mirror image of the other side. And then you're going to do your 3 double trebles. And you can see I've still got 2 lengths of yarn on that magic ring. That's really important. You do still need to have those 2 in your ring. So that's one of them. And 2. And then the final one. And then there's just 1 more stitch to go. And that is we're going to do a slip stitch into the magic ring, just to bring it down again. So just making sure everything's tidy there, and then a slip stitch. And then you're ready to fasten off that length. So make a nice big loop, cut your yarn, feed it through the loop and pull it. Now obviously it's not quite looking right yet because we haven't pulled up the magic ring. So take your time and be careful pulling up your magic ring. All you're going to do is pull on that other length and it'll pull it up. But just make sure you don't twist everything up or it just gets in a little bit of a mess. So just take your time to pull it up, smooth it down, and you should have a lovely little heart. So I recommend that you tie your 2 lengths of yarn together and that just finishes them both off. And then it's up to you whether to leave them on because you want to hang it somewhere, or if you want to work them into the back of your heart. So I did promise at the end of here I'll give you lots of ideas for what you can do with your heart. And obviously you can make these whatever size you like depending on your yarn and your hook. So with this one I'm going to show you how to work your ends in case you don't know how to do that. But if you want to, you can jump towards the end of the video and you'll find out lots of different ways of using them. So if you do need to weave your ends in, you're going to need a needle that's got a big eye so you can fit your yarn through. And you simply feed the needle down through several stitches. It doesn't matter how many, but several. You want it nice and secure. And then pull it so that your yarn's taut, and then you're going to go over one stitch and then back the way you came. It's important you go over that one stitch or you won't have achieved anything. And then you can cut that length of yarn off. Now do just make sure you cut the right one off, otherwise you will not be happy. And then once you've cut that off, if you just stretch your heart out a bit, the end will disappear in and it's done. And then you're just going to repeat that process with the other side. So if you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up so it spreads to more people and we can fill the world with hearts and all use up our scrap yarn, because we do end up with a lot of it, don't we, as crafters? So once you've got your heart, it's up to you what you do with it. So I've got several ideas for you. See, I've made quite a few. One is to leave the strings on and just fasten it over a card to make a nice card. You could put happy birthday on it, or it could be a Valentine's card. If you've actually finished your ends off, you might want to just stick it onto the front of a card and again, use it for anything you want. You could hook it over the top and fasten it on the inside. You could use them to attach to parcels, or you could even join the Facebook group Random Acts of Crochet Kindness and leave them for other people to find. There are lots of ways you can use them. Personally, I love the cards and parcels. So enjoy your hearts and thank you for watching.